How do you save a hero who is honestly so far off in basically pushing everyone away, wanting to be alone, and carrying all of the responsibility of the world all on his shoulders without even thinking twice about his own health? Think of himself as a tool to defeat the greatest evil of all time. How do you indeed save Izuku Midoriya? Well, this episode is, if I say so myself, actually part one of two ways of getting Midoriya to fully be saved from his burden. With the first part, the entire episode's premise of Class 1A confronting Deku. Deku trying to escape at every turn, not wanting to really be there with his friends as he's afraid that they're gonna get hurt by All For One, considering he thinks back of what happened in the war arc. And yet everyone working together, all as a unit, have to beat what is a very, very weakened and not so stable Deku before he gets himself killed in this way. Because despite him being possibly stronger than All Might at this point, he is not in the best condition to fight. So this Deku is very much at his breaking point. He doesn't view himself as a person, he views himself as a tool, similar to Season 2 Natsuki Subaru. So we have everyone putting all their feelings together to basically beat Deku. They're not necessarily trying to harm him, but they have to break through what is essentially that wall of his that he had set up, constantly trying to run away, because if he stays there and allows them to say things, that wall he set his mind and will break, which it does with the most long-awaited apology. The jackass who bullied him the whole time. Yes, Bakugo's a good character. I'm just, saying he had been a jackass since Season 1. Well, actually, even predating Season 1, as children, to all of Season 1, and all the way up till, obviously, the whole shenanigans with summer camp training. Bakugo apologizes. And this apology is a long time coming. After everything he has done, after basically having fucked up Midoriya's self-confidence for many years, he finally not acknowledges that he was wrong, as well as show that he indeed was insecure of Deku, because despite him having no quirks back then, he was still willing to put everything on the line to save him. Everyone in Class 1A, prior to this apology, have all said why they all care for Midoriya. A bunch of things that Deku has done for every classmate, they want to repay him, if not be on the same terms as him, because he has done so much for everyone. But now it's their turn to save Izuku Midoriya. And this does work, with the biggest one to finally get to him is Ida, the class president. Similar to how Deku had saved him in Season 2 during the whole Stain arc. He uses the same words. And it is just epic. Once they do finally get him to finally rest up and take him to UA, obviously all those people in UA prioritize their safety because they don't want what is essentially the target to be right at their doorstep, which makes sense. As much as Bakugo's apology was warranted and finally got Deku to listen, obviously he was about to leave because, everyone's rejecting him, those people in there. But Ochako comes in and is there for him, as well as claiming that who's going to be protecting the heroes from, well, everything. Because the heroes protect everyone, but who's protecting them? Which makes her such a interesting character. So overall, a 10 out of 10 episode.